Thank you, my friends, the good people of Hull. Once again, it's time for the Diana to set sail to the Greenland seas. The Diana is a hearty ship, with the very latest steam engineering to take us safely through the ice-strewn waters of the Arctic. Her crew are of good cheer and look forward to coming back at the end of the season with a full ship. With God's will, we will return to you in good health and high spirits. God bless all here. Amen.
Amen. Amen. All aboard! Heave in the plank. All taut your port bow rope. Now, lads, heave away.
We're off!
We weighed anchor at about 8:30 a.m. Monday, 19th of February, 1866, and were towed by steam tug as far as the mouth of the Humber. Our departure seemed to create an immense sensation amongst the seafaring population and the inhabitants of Hull generally. Every pier, wharf, and ship was crowded with a multitude of well-wishers who cheered lustily. This is the first entry of the diary I shall keep whilst I'm the ship's surgeon aboard the Diana.
This dirty town has been my home since last time I was sailing, but I'll not stay another day. I'd rather be a whaling. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors, to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. With me pay all gone, and clothes in pawn, and Judy set for leaving. 6 months of pay's gone in 3 days, but Judy isn't grieving. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors, to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Yes, for one last trip from port I'll ship, but next time back I'm swearing I'll settle down in old Hull town. No more I'll go seafaring.
I cannot believe the difference in the weather from day to day. Just a few days ago off the island of Jan Mayen, we had a beautiful, warm, clear day. Purple clouds floated around the island's towering volcano, which was white with snow against the deep blue sky. Today, a gale rages, and all around are terrible masses of ice hard as rocks. Massive, jagged, cold, cruel monsters, rising, falling and retreating on the crest of the immense swell. They rush down the sea slopes towards us with terrible force.
You're right, Mr. Smith.
Yes. I'm just writing in my diary, trying to keep my mind off this damn
seasickness.
It doesn't work.
Here, I brought you some ginger tea. Sometimes helps. And you shouldn't be here in your cabin. You'd be better off on deck, in the fresh air.
Fresh air? You mean the blasted roar of the winds, the funereal black of the sky, and the terrifying waves crashing onto the decks? And I think I'm better off down here, thank you.
Oh, you're not on your own, Mr. Smith. A couple of the aft deck lads are sick.
When I should be out there tending to them.
There you are, Mr. Clark. Feeling better, Mr. Smith?
A little. Thank you, Captain.
The news is not good, George. The ice is closing in on us and the wind is blowing very strong. I've ordered provisions to be took on deck and the boats to be lowered. We're in readiness, in case we have to take to the ice. You get your sea boots and sea gear on in readiness, Mr. Smith.
Aye, Captain. I will.
To tell you the truth, George, I don't know exactly where we are. I've not been able to make an observation for days with the sun being so obscure. I believe we're somewhere northwest of Jan Mayen Island, about here.
Still no sign of any seals?
Never known a season like this. We should have secured a full quarter by now. To have a clean ship as far as seals is concerned is a disaster.
We've seen a few seals heading southwest around here.
We'll have to abandon the sealing. If we delay any longer, we'll be too late getting underway for the Davy Straits and the whaling. I'm all right, Mr. Clark.
What on earth was that?
We must have hit some ice. I'll go check.
Don't look so fearful, Mr. Smith.
I've never known anything like this, Captain.
I'm afraid I am. But I've always got through it with God's help. And we'll get through this with the help of the Lord. I'm telling the man to hold a missed service this morning. We'll call on God's mercy, Mr. Smith.
For 18 days, the ship was forced through the ice, searching in all directions for seals. Some days, the cold was so intense that the ship's deck was one sheet of ice and our clothes were frozen stiff upon us. However, our search was fruitless, and we returned to Lerwick on the Shetlands on the 26th of April with a clean ship, having been unsuccessful at the sealing. On May 8th, we left Lerwick Harbour under steam and with all sails set for Baffin Bay to chase whales.
Yes, for one last trip from Port Isle ship. But next time back, I'm swearing I'll settle down in old Hull town. No more I'll go seafaring.